All right, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we feeling? It is officially hump day of the short week. Let's go ahead and get right into this. All right, that's what we got on the calendar today. Somewhat of a busy morning. We had the ADP at 8:15, the ADP non-farm employment change. At 10, we have pending home sales. And at 10:30, we have crude oil inventories. Got some extra music a little loud in my ear. All right. And tomorrow, we have the initial jobless claims and the ISM manufacturing PMI. And then Friday, the market is closed, but we still doing the unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls in terms of the economic activities. All right, let's go ahead and look at the power range. All right, so for today's NQ future session, we have a high for the power range. We have a high of 12,896.25 with a low of 12,858.50. The sentiment when I posted this is long, up 0.59% with a volume of 66K and an ATR 299.38. Let's go ahead and look at that on the chart. See how that played out overnight. You see we kind of bounced around a little bit overnight, and then the pre-market around 5:45 had a nice little bullish run. I think we're continuing to stair step our way higher. Still making higher highs, not so much higher lows. Kind of retracing right now, so it'll be interesting to see how that opens up for today's morning session. Go ahead and look at the rest of the market. All right, here we're looking at ES. Little peek out of the power range, and we traded back into the power range overnight. And we just got a nice little stair-stepping pattern leading into the bell. It's a really nice pattern. We had this consolidation breakout to another consolidation breakout, accumulate some more. So we're just continuing. So far in the pre-market, it has been continuing that same pattern. Just a quick glance at the other indices. All right, bullets in the Russell. We're just kind of chilling sideways with YM, slightly bearish. Just a lot of accumulation going on. All right, so let's go on over to the gold. For those index futures, not much has changed from a daily perspective. Looking at gold, we're still bearish. Gold is still taken. I don't like to use negative terms for when we have sell-off, but it's still trading lower. Has some support that it has to break right here at 1672 or 74, somewhere in that range. And just kind of chopping around so far in today's session. Not a whole lot of excitement going on over there. It was bearish, the power range, last night into the Euro session. Go ahead and look at crude oil. And its CL is in a pretty much a accumulation phase from a daily perspective. So not much to see there. It could go either direction. Support at 57. gonna call it 57.15. Also, for today's session, a little bit of bullish activity overnight, trying to make lower lows, testing the PR -1 level. Just kind of hanging out, not really doing a whole lot. That doesn't have a true direction yet. Just playing with the orders, accumulating orders here, selling them off of here, taking them back down, accumulating some more to sell it higher that's a bullish perspective, which is what most of the market looks at. And then the euro currency for our currency section of the futures. This one has sort of a bigger range that it's trading in. It's already, so overnight traded down to -3, and then retraced all of that and came back up to +5, a little bit over +5, and now we're trading back. So it's kind of all over the place and then trading in a wide range compared to how it opened. So far, it's been pretty good price action for the euro currency. At this point, I would expect it to calm down during the New York Stock Exchange hours. They had a nice little run during the European session, so wouldn't expect a whole lot from it from the rest of the day's session. But anything can happen. I don't really follow like news that affects currency, so I don't know if there's something else that's going on that could potentially give us some momentum or some volatility, directional volatility throughout the rest of today's futures session. All right, so that's a quick glance at the market. That is our futures session, our futures market watch. I had a name for that and I forgot what it is now. The name that I had for it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the first video. I think I mentioned it there. All right, we got about 9 minutes to the open, to the bell. Go through my checklist one more time, make sure I'm not forgetting to do something. On the goal is to trade the strategy to perfection. Check. No orders after 10:15. Check. Profit of $100 or more done for the day. Check. Always be seeing the big picture. Check. Let's see. I did my pre-market volume check. Did all of that. The OBS is definitely turned on. Wait a couple minutes to get that snapshot. So while we're waiting for the bell, I did want to mention today that I got an email from Leeloo yesterday that I'm getting my first commission payout. Since because I do have the link that's in the description and that I put different places, that is an affiliate link. So I am taking advantage of their affiliate program. So yesterday I got the message that they're sending me they're paying out from what I got, from what I've made so far there. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is to point out is that's another way that you can hedge your risk or take advantage of the opportunities that Leeloo has to provide. Now I do have to say that I would not recommend just trying to sell it to anybody just to get the commissions. Leeloo should be something that, my personal opinion, Leeloo is something that's for traders who already have a strategy and they just need help with the capital, right? So it lets you take advantage of OPM, and you can put your strategy with their money, and then you can, have a better chance at finding success, with this business if you don't have a lot of your own money, or if you don't want to, if you want to, leverage other people's money so that you can do more things with your own money, which is my goal. My goal is to, leverage the opportunity with Leeloo so I can do other things, more things, with other things that I'm interested in with my own money. So that is something that I definitely recommend taking advantage of. If you're trading with Leeloo, get into their affiliate program, and everything is legit on that side of the game, and especially for everyone who's concerned about getting a payout from your trading. I don't know why that's a concern, but that is a concern that I get frequently. Because here's the way I see it. If Leeloo was some kind of scam, and if they didn't pay out from what you profit according to their how they have their business structured, then they wouldn't be in business for as long as they have been. That's the same thing for any of those their competition, which will remain nameless because I don't feel like naming them. That's the only reason why I'm not naming all of them right now. All right, so we got like 5 minutes. Let me go ahead and get this pre-market screenshot. Might as well go ahead and get these other screenshots while I'm at it. Put all this in my journal. Seeing a lot of green on the Delta board. One thing I do need to pay more attention to, just to consistently watch it and to see like the changes in it from day to day, is I need to pay more attention to, or I want to pay more attention to the volume on the Delta board. So the volume, I got it separated every 30 minutes. All right, it's a 30-minute chart. So I get used to what's normal, what strong volume looks like, strong or weak or whatever. Like I know it from a daily perspective. Also, interesting fact, we are trading above or on top of Final support at a key level. Again, this 958. This 958 level has been finding a lot of love lately. Let me get my music right. Down a little bit in my headphones. All right, we're open. Still got some buyers coming in at that key level. ES is taking off. I wasn't even looking at it. ES trying to go to the moon. Strong momentum coming in for ES. Looks like NQ is following suit. Just a little bit more choppy. Got my hand off the trigger for the next 30 seconds. Got some positive delta pouring in for ES. And Q, as usual, is much more choppy than ES is. ES is looking very strong this morning. It's doing about the same volume wise, which is interesting. Looks like we got a little bit of a battle with NQ. Just to stay true to the test. Yep, I'm still funded with Leeloo. I think it's about 11 actively traded days in the performance account. So we retested that key level one more time. Had some buyers that didn't want to get left out down there, trying to push things higher. Hindsight Capital says I could have taken the trade down there, but I mean, it was really choppy at the open, and it has retested that level several times, which I'm not a fan of. Taking like the fourth or fifth retest of the same level. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times it bounced off that level. So that was the fifth. But there's a lot of stuff in here. We do have structure. We got volume profile, we got the VPOC, we got this key level from the TPO chart. There's a lot, well, really from our balance zones, but there's a lot of reasons that this is such a strong level that we're finding buyers off of. Wouldn't have been a bad thing to take a break there, but it happened too quickly, so I missed it while I was talking. All right, so let me focus. And the challenge is going to be being patient enough, but not being patient. That's not really a challenge, but just seeing that next opportunity with the price action that I'm seeing right now. We are still trading higher, but not with a lot of strength in NQ anyway. Technically, that is a bearish candle setup. indicating a reversal of some sort. If it fails, we can climb. We could have some strength. Long. I don't know why I can't find my words this morning, but yeah. So like that Family Guy episode, it was like, there's nothing to what's the word? Do. How many Family Guy fans we have in attendance today? I used to watch Family Guy a lot. I haven't watched it in a while. All right, so we did break that, which should have been a reversal. And we're trying to, climb higher. So hindsight capital says I definitely should have taken that trade down there. Would have been a nice one for me. Little too shy on the trigger. Something I should definitely explore within myself. Possibly be holding on some of the frequency from January. Or the last rough trade that I took, like last week, I think it was. With everything I'm seeing, positive delta, price action, strength of these, with the structure of the candles, we do have enough reason to be kind of aggressive with our orders. I'm gonna let this candle close, which should be now. Got some volume right there. Feels a little too aggressive for my personal taste. Do you feel some pullback coming? The question is, how low can it go? That's the challenge of the strategy that I currently use. I usually do get the best price, but sometimes I have my orders a little too far away, and the price action turns around right before my order. Or I can be too aggressive and then still not get a great price. I'd rather just watch and observe than take a let me see how this works trade. Those rarely work out in my favor. So here I do have I want to trade the volume profile. And that's a location. But if it takes out all of that, good chance that it continues to trade lower. Just thinking out loud. Depending on how it gets there, that's what really matters. All right, so we did see some buying coming in at this. When I saw this spike of volume right here, which was expected. It's just that sort of aggression is not part of the strategy or not part of the plan. It's not a true pullback. Give me a hindsight capital note. I'm trying to do. So it's definitely a market to be aggressive in hindsight. She is definitely running.
Order submitted.
Positive delta is still getting stronger and stronger. Gonna see if I can get some love on the pullback.
Order submitted.
This is a day where I would love to be able to trade the afternoon session. I did that yesterday, but I was just really off my game yesterday. Woke up late and didn't get in the morning session, and then I let my emotions get the best of me when I traded the afternoon session. I was able to make some money in it, but not much, and I executed my strategy poorly, or my plan poorly. Should have a lot of time this weekend, so I definitely got to make sure I get a practice session in, a long practice session in this weekend. Get in the gym. Keep those skills sharp. We do have pending home sales coming up, but I'm not expecting much to happen from that. Got a whole heap of volume in that first 30 minutes. Like wholesalers coming in and doing their thing. traded above +4, closed above +4, retested it really quick. Now we're trying to climb higher. There's a good chance I won't get the pullback that I'm looking for at this point, especially within the time frame that I needed to happen. So I'm starting to realize that I'm better on range bound days and days where we have a lot of consolidation. These trending days I don't really do so well. It's another thing I'm gonna just need to explore. I don't necessarily need to change anything. Could have been a little more aggressive this morning, but it is what it is. Don't want to hold that energy for too long, any longer than I need to. Just be aware of it and keep the focus on the things that I am doing right, so I can continue to do those things right. And then do the work outside of the trading time to where that I'm prepared during my trade window. So I compare trading a lot to sports, because most of the work for, both professions, for sports and for trading, is done in preparation while you're not trading. Like while you're not actively trading with your real money, most of the work is done, preparing for your trading time, your trading session, your trading day. However you trade, I would say about at least 75% of it is preparation. Making sure that you understand your strategy well, you can execute your strategy well. You're trading what works best for you. You understand what you're trading. Also, that goes with investing, making sure you do your research and investing in solid, securities and derivatives. Most of it is, preparation. Preparation. Your success is a reflection of preparation. And just like with an athlete, how good they perform during the game is a direct reflection of how much work they put in practice, how much time they spent, working on their body, their conditioning. They put in all these days and all these hours for this 48-second, for basketball I'm speaking about right now. For 48 minutes, they put a ton of hours in each and every single day, if they want to be, great at it. There are some that, of course, that are just physically blessed and they don't have to work too hard at it. They just step on the court, taller than everybody, stronger than everybody, and they just do their thing, get their check until it's time for them to retire. And I don't know where I'm going with this point, but the point is, You know, preparation is key. And let me bring it back before I start rambling too much. You know, basketball is another thing I'm passionate about, so I could talk about that all day at length. That's not what we're here for. So yeah, it looks like I'm not gonna catch what I wanted to catch. Now I could move my order up to +4. I do have enough of price action confirmation and all that good stuff to say that level wouldn't be a bad level to trade off of. We got volume there. That's our key level. We got structure. At some point, you know, it's gonna stop running. It's gonna consolidate in a certain range. I think I might just do that. Actually, I still got 15 minutes.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Alright, so for my ES testing phase trade, I did get stopped out. I was waiting for this pivot, but it traded down to my break even. So how did I take that? Oh yeah, I took the micro retest right there. And it triggered my break even up here. Brother, do you think a market profile based strategy is good on low time frames? Is it true that market profile was intended for higher time frames? I don't know what it was made for, but I know most people use it on the 30-minute time frame. But I also know that some people use there's a group that I'm in, that I'm a part of, that uses that. I know there's at least one person that uses it on the 15-minute time frame. But I would imagine, just like anything else, any other, you know, data that's used for, you know, as an indicator, it can be used on any time frame. It just matters how you see it. It's not really so much the information, it's just how the information resonates with you. All right, so if you can see something from market profile on a lower time frame, then by all means, that may be, you know, that's what works for you. So let's see how we're going to respond to +5. Looks like we're finding a little bit of resistance there. this happens within the next 10 minutes. I got time. Well, I would be expecting, well, not expecting, but I would need it to create a range between +4 and 5. No problem. That's Zakaria. Alright, looks like our delta is stabilized. Well, as soon as I said that, there was a ton of volume just came in, a ton of delta came in. Yep, so it definitely looks like I'm not gonna get a trade today. Need to make a note to go back and practice this day. Study this day. Basically what happened was I wasn't as aggressive. Well, the price
Order
action.
canceled.
How can I say this? Yeah, well, I wasn't as aggressive as I should have been for the price action and the energy of the market today. Like today is one of those days that you have to be really, really aggressive. I've just been so used to what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, where you have all of these fake breakouts or false breakouts and all this choppiness, range trading, the market makers doing their thing. Wasn't really ready for this, such a strong move today. I do see it from here. I see it eventually finding a ceiling and just kind of, finding a range, creating a range, and just trading in that range for the most part of the rest of the day. Which in that range will come a lot of opportunities. So it doesn't mean that the opportunities are done. If you have the right strategy for it, there will be a lot of opportunities. Or, we could rest for a minute and continue trading higher. I don't see it, being too likely, although possible, that we can have a strong retracement and end up, retracing all of this, buying that we've seen so far, or even ended up in a red day in terms of the percentage change. But my two likely scenarios that I foresee, doesn't mean it has to happen, I could definitely be wrong, is we end up, once we find the ceiling, end up trading in a range throughout the rest of the day, or we take a break for a while and then continue higher. Looking at the daily chart, we do have some room to run. We got 182 and not as specific prices, just kind of 182-ish, 256-ish of levels where we can hit our head and find some resistance. kill this. That's not gonna happen. So collected some data in terms of my testing over here in Sierra chart for ES. Didn't get anything for NQ. Yeah, I'm just gonna refer to this from now on as data collection. Buying looks to be possibly drying up, at least for the moment. So I'll be looking at both of these levels, +5, and this range from 1345 to 1330. Although I have removed all of my orders at this point. So for this week, I've only traded one day this week, and it wasn't, it was what it was. But we'll see if I can get something tomorrow. I'm not gonna be trading on Friday just because of the the regular market is gonna be closed. I still didn't look at the schedule for the futures market. See what CME has planned for Friday, and I don't think I got her email yet. Because usually AMP Futures sends out a schedule, an email for the holiday schedule. I did download it from CME Group. That's something I need to add that as part of my toolkit. Make it easy to make a schedule or the holiday schedule that doesn't have all the information that I don't care about. I mean, it's good, like if you get the calendar from AMP Futures or from the source from CME Group or anywhere else, they tell you, everything about all the information about all the markets. But I don't care about all the markets. I only care about the ones that I trade. So I'm gonna make a calendar a holiday calendar, a holiday schedule, just for the New York Stock Exchange and in the futures market that I trade. And I post that somewhere, either in the toolbox in the journal, or maybe I just put that on the website. Definitely looks like buying has dried up. NQ is taking a break. Same with ES. Don't think anything exciting is going to happen within the next couple of minutes. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close up the shop for the day. Hope y'all have a good rest of the day, the rest of the week. Have a safe holiday weekend, and I will see y'all on the next one. Trade it easy.